You know, when you watch professional wrestling, it's so easy to just see the fight, but really you're witnessing a carefully crafted story. And today, we're gonna go inside a steel cage to break down the final, absolutely brutal chapter of a super heated rivalry. All right, so every good story starts with a central conflict. And for this one, it's a classic tale. You've got two archetypes who couldn't be more different, and they're locked in this bitter rivalry that just has to have a definitive end. So on one side, we've got our villain, King Corbin. Picture this arrogant monarch who thinks everyone should just bow down to him. And on the other side, our hero, Roman Reigns, the big dog, a total powerhouse and huge fan favorite. It's the classic story, right? Earned respect versus entitled privilege. But here's the thing, this isn't just about winning some prize. The real engine driving this whole story is Corbin's motivation. See, he doesn't just want to beat Reigns, he wants to be Reigns. He's craving the respect, the leadership, that top spot. So at its core, this whole conflict is just fueled by pure, simple envy. A final battle needs a fitting arena, right? And for this story, the setting itself basically becomes a character. It's designed to contain all the chaos and to absolutely force a conclusion. So the battle takes place in what's called a steel cage match. And inside these walls, well, the normal rules just get thrown out the window. There are no disqualifications. It creates this totally lawless environment where the conflict can get intensely personal and, yeah, pretty brutal. And this is where the storytelling options get really cool. A wrestler can win by just dominating their opponent, a pin or a submission. Or they can win by simply escaping. And that little escape clause, it becomes a huge part of the drama. It raises the question constantly, are they gonna fight or are they going to try and flee? The stakes are laid out perfectly by the hero himself. This isn't just another fight in a long series. No, this is the end of the book. One way or another, the story concludes tonight. There is no coming back from this. And right here, this is our first major plot twist. Roman Reigns, our protagonist, takes the only easy way out of the cage, the door, and he completely removes it as an option. He wraps this giant steel chain around it and locks it shut. He's not trying to escape, he is trapping himself inside with his enemy to guarantee a fight to the finish. So with the only easy escape route sealed by the hero's own hand, the match just descends into this brutal struggle for dominance inside the prison that they've literally just created for themselves. The middle act of this story is just a back-and-forth war. At first, Corbin gets an early advantage, viciously using the cage itself as the weapon against Reigns. Then we see both of them get desperate, trying to climb out, only to be pulled right back down into the fight. And finally, the focus of the entire match shifts to one single object, the key to that chain. All of a sudden, that little key becomes the most important prop in our entire story. It represents the easy victory that Reigns willingly gave up, and now it's the one thing that Corbin wants more than anything in the world. And here it is, the low point for our hero. After a long, hard struggle, Corbin manages to get the key. He unlocks the padlock, he removes the chain, and the door swings open. The bad guy is just a few steps away from an easy win. You really think the story is over. But of course, it's not. I mean, in any good story, the climax always arrives when all hope seems lost, right? And this is where the tools of the story, the props, come back in a really powerful and ironic way. The commentators even start to foreshadow it. That chain Reigns brought in to lock the door, it's been freed. It's not a lock anymore, it's a potential weapon, and it's just lying there, right on the mat for anyone to grab. And here it is, the villain's fatal mistake. It's a classic moment of hubris. Instead of just walking out the door and taking the win, Corbin picks up the chain, wraps it around his fist, and takes a moment to mock Reigns. He just has to add insult to injury. And that one single moment of arrogance gives our hero the exact opening he needs. And just like that, the momentum completely shifts. While Corbin's gloating, Reigns just explodes. A Superman punch, then another, and a third one. The king is totally stunned, and his escape is cut short. And now, the climax. Roman Reigns, the hero, picks up the very chain he brought into this ring. The main object of our entire story is now in his hands, and he is ready for the final act. This is it, the resolution. The moment where the hero uses the villain's own arrogance and the story's most important prop to write the ending himself.
Reigns wraps the chain around his own fist, rears back, and delivers one more thunderous Superman punch. He makes the cover. 1, 2, 3. The story is over. And with that, the promise from the very beginning of our story is fulfilled. The rivalry is settled. But not by escape, by a decisive victory. The book is officially closed. And that's just the poetic justice of this whole story, isn't it? The chain was brought in to guarantee a fight, but ultimately it was repurposed. It became the very weapon that ended the fight. It's a perfect narrative payoff. It leaves you with a final thought. Corbin saw the chain as a shortcut, right? A tool for his own arrogance. But Reigns used it as the definitive final word, a tool of justice. So you have to ask yourself, was it just a chain? Or did the character of the man holding it ultimately decide what its purpose was going to be?